Welcome guys back to the channel. My name is Rich. This is RR37, back once again with this. It is another episode of the Roma Rebrand career mode here in FIFA 21. We're rattling along in this season now, second season. It's the 13th episode today. I'm hoping that that's not unlucky for us. It is a big one though. We are literally starting against one of the best teams in the division today. They're only third at the moment, which has probably just given it away. We are of course starting off against Inter Milan. We're coming off the back of a win against Verona, which was a really good performance for us overall. I was really happy with what we managed to accomplish in that game. I mentioned it before during that last game, and of course if you haven't seen that episode, by the way, it is up on the channel now for you to go back and watch at your own leisure. We controlled that game from start to finish, but still we conceded a silly goal. We have absolutely got to get out of the habit of doing that. Now, you'll have seen just that we've had an email saying that one of our players is unsettled. I do believe it was Barbieri, I think is maybe how you say that. Yeah, he wanted to come up, so we have pulled him up. We got a midfielder here that we're doing a development plan for, but to be honest with you, 52 overall at this point is probably not going to cut it. Casady here, he looks good. Max and Coppola, still we can't have him in the team yet, which is really frustrating, but he's still developing down here, so it's not really the end of the world. It was Barbieri, and of course we have now called him up, which brings with it its own challenges really, because we have tried to give Morelli a breakthrough season this season. And of course we've got Lopez as well, so we're now back in a position really where we've got three goalkeepers where obviously only one of them can play, so we'll have to figure that out at some point. For now though, let's take this press conference, see what the press want to know today. It is a massive game, it really is. We need a positive result here, and for me a positive result will probably be a draw, you know. And he's asking at this point, can Pedro cope with the pressure? Pedro is that long into his career now, I'm not even sure if the guy would feel pressure anymore. So what do we say in terms of their answers though? If they're talking about his goal scoring, he's been a bit part player this season. He's become more influential, more important as the season's gone on, I feel, and we've quickly, or the manager has quickly come to realise that we need a bit of experience with these young lads that we've got. And I think Pedro's goal contributions in general, goals and assists, compared to the amount of time he's had on the pitch and the amount of games he's played, I actually think that they're really good. So we've got the three options, hoping for better for the boy. Not too sure about that. I think he's performed very well this season. The goals will come. The goals have already been coming, as I've just said. And I suppose really the only answer there that makes sense is the fact that he knows what he needs to do. What was picked at the time though is something that I actually don't know myself, but yeah, we have gone with that. It's the only answer there that makes sense. Pedro's had a really good season for what he's been used for. So up against Inter, this is a massive top of the table clash. It is indeed. Do we fancy our chances today? No. I don't think that we should be making predictions here. I mean, this is a huge game. Like I just said, I would be happy probably with a point today, to be honest. So anything more than that would be an absolute bonus. Like, they've smashed us every time we've played them this season. And have we missed out on the title? Realistically, we were never in the title race, to be honest. The manager now looks like he's agreeing with that sentiment as well. There is no way that we catch Juve at this point. I don't think there's a way that anybody catches Juve at this point, if I'm being honest with you. We can, however, catch into today with a win. I mean, we can see from the mini table there, which we're going to blow up and have a good look at now. They're only 3 points in front of us, you know. And we do actually have the better goal difference as well, which was something I wasn't entirely sure about. But yeah, we've got that going for us as well. So any kind of win today puts us above into third place, and potentially, if other results do go our way, could move us away from this battle a little bit. I'd rather, I mean, there's what games left now? There's not many games left at all. Maybe, I think it's 34, isn't it, that you play in Serie A. It's bad that I can't remember that, but if it is, that means there's only 5 games left. And yeah, I don't want to be in this scrap at this point, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we want a positive result today, but it is going to be extremely difficult, obviously, with the quality that they've got. So let's stop messing around now. Let's jump in. Let's see what we can do. Can we beat them? Who knows? We'll see what the manager's got in store, what the lads have got in store on the day. And yeah, let's see if we can get a positive result out of this. Which means, of course, let's hand it over to the lineups now and see what we've got in store here. Villar is going to captain the side today. At the moment, we've got Pedro, Salvatore and Perez, as always. It's Veritout, Cristant and Villar, as always, as long as they're fit. Of course, that might have been Diawara as well if he was fit. It looks like we're going to go with our usual backline of Spinazzola, Mancini, Milenkovic and Karsdorp, with, of course, Lopez in goal. As for changes, I don't actually think that we're going to make any, you know. That is our strongest. I think that is what we're going to end up going with. The bench, we've got Mancini still carrying a knock, Guidi, we've got Gilani, Pellegrini, D'Angelo, Carbone and Morelli, which I think I'm also quite happy with. We're not blessed with the greatest of squad depth, and it's something really that sooner rather than later I would love to put right, because you can just see on the screen here, like incidentally why we are here, that the drop off between first team and the bench, there is a huge gap there, a really huge gap. At some point we need to be putting that right. Of course, we know the direction we're going in at the moment. For those of you who don't know, we are still in a position where we can only scout youth players from Italy. We can only sign players that are playing in Serie A, because that's where the club is at the moment. And because of that, and because we can't build any further at the moment, we are indeed still a selling club. And that's why it looks like we are in dire straits at the moment. But that having been said, we're still achieving what we need to achieve so far this season. We are still in the European places. That could change today depending on the result, or it could go from being Europa League to Champions League possibly, again depending on the results. So with that in mind, let us now head over to the stadium and see what we can or can't get done today, hoping above hope as we are in the glory of the San Siro. I absolutely love this stadium, especially when it's lit up at night. But yeah, I need to put that behind us. We need to focus on a good performance today. We need to try and stop conceding goals, as hard as that may be today, considering the quality of the opposition. We need to be in this game. We need to be competitive. We need to be battling for every ball. If we're going to get anything today, it is going to be an absolute fight to do so. So with that in mind, game is underway. We've won the ball back quite early there, actually. Salvatore's got Pedro making a run, but that pass is not really on at the moment, and thankfully Salvatore knew that. We've gone with Veritout, who's played it back to Spinazzola. Into Cristant now. Salvatore's got it again. Oh, Villar's making a run here. Positive start. Good shot at goal. Tested Handanovic there. He was up to the test, mind you. But that's exactly the kind of start we needed. It's just a shame it doesn't go into the back of the net. I mean, it was close to Handanovic there, but the intents there, the nice ball movement, we were controlling the tempo, we weren't being rushed. Pedro tries one from the edge of the box as well. We're looking quite aggressive today at the moment. Can Veretout hit one maybe? He can, but there's no way through again. We still recycle the ball here though. This is a really good start. Come on, Salvatore. Hit one yourself maybe? No. Goes back to Kristan, which is fine. Defender saw the return coming though, and Inter get away with that one. Really positive start from ourselves though, and that's lifted nicely over to Hakimi, who I thought might have been offside there. Oh, he's just took everyone out of the game. What the hell? No. Really? Hakimi has just ran down the pitch. He's rolled one tackle. He's absolutely burnt Karsdorp there. He rides the tackle though, that coming from Milenkovic possibly. You see it here, it just bounces back to him and then call as you like, just slots it past the keeper. And that start that we have just made now counts for absolutely nothing. We find ourselves down again. It's unbelievable really. We're just not getting the bounce of the ball this season compared to before. In the previous season. I don't know what it is. Obviously we're not the team that we were last season. That's pretty obvious. We've sold a hell of a lot of players and we are relying, oh Pedro, what the hell, we are relying on youth right now more than anything else. So yeah, these things are going to happen, but it's so disappointing to come here, press them, have a really good positive start to the game, few shots at goal, really on the front foot. Their first attack ends up in the back of the net. I mean, it really does, it knocks the wind out of you a little bit, but we've got to keep fighting. That's all we can do now. Again, we don't need to change too much. We've started really well. That's great from Mancini there. Kristan, no, everyone's marked. We can't get the ball through the middle of the park at the minute. We found a way now though. Good football that actually. And Salvatore now, oh, he's leapt the tackle. He's Veretout. Come on, surely. He has, he's gone with the left foot. And that had me fearing that was going to get saved. But no, we are right back in this game. Unbelievable start. What an opening 20 minutes. We didn't deserve to concede. You saw that we've only conceded the one shot. I felt that Handanovic might save that when I saw Veretout pull his left foot back. But thankfully, I mean, he's got to be doing better there really, but I don't give a damn about that. We needed to get back in this game there, and we have absolutely done that. And now, where do we go from here is the question. What a start to the game. Absolutely mind-blowing. And now all of a sudden, yeah, that start did count for something. We've got to build on this equaliser. Maybe we get a bit of momentum from the game now. Who knows? What we can't do, absolutely can't do, is let them back in here. Well done there, Kristan. It's up to Perez from Karsdorp. He's Salvatore again. Into Pedro. Back to Salvatore. Pedro's making the run now. Oh, decent ball that from Salvatore as well. And Pedro. Oh my God, that's gone in as well. That has gone in as well. We have just hit Inter with a straight 1-2 there. And we've gone from undeservedly being behind to like 5-10 minutes later being in front. What a crazy game. It's a good ball from Salvatore. Pedro still has a lot to do. It's a much more convincing hit than the one that Veretout scored. You see here, just laces it past the goalkeeper. It's past him before he can even react. And at the San Siro, we now find ourselves 2-1 up. And at the moment, I just can't cut this game. There's too much happening. It is as simple as that. Unbelievable, really. Just halfway through the first half, and we find ourselves 2-1 up. We took Spinazzola right out of position then because the wouldn't let me select the player that I wanted there. But yeah, let's get back this ball now. Don't let them get an immediate equaliser. He's Rafa, who's normally a nightmare to play against. Cristante wisely not coming out there. I don't fancy either Fred or I think they've got Ndombele on the pitch to score from outside the box, so we really have no need to come out as such. He's Rafa now again. Speaking of Ndombele, that's a great little ball there, and we've got men at the penalty spot and everything. We've stopped the cross, but he still has the ball and we stop it again. And Inter have a corner. We need to deal with this, guys. We need to get this away. Come on. Is Lopez going to come and claim that? He's not, but it's a decent punch, to be fair. It's coming back again, though, now with De Jong into Martinez. To De Jong again. He's Fred. Again, don't really fancy Fred to do anything from there, but if he can find the pass... Oh, no, 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 no. They find their way through again, and this topsy-turvy game just continues to just keep turning on its head. What the hell happened to Martinez's arm then? And Inter now back into this. We've barely kicked the ball since taking the lead. We've held out as long as we can, but that's a great little ball through. Martinez, as he always seems to do against us, scores. And yeah, back to square one. Wow, again, I'm running out of words, really. This game is absolutely mental at the moment. 2-2 before half-time, and there's still time for one of the sides to grab another goal here. Cristante now to Veretout. Out to Spinazzola, back to Veretout again. Salvatore's took a defender away. He's received the ball in a decent area, but there was really not much that he could do from there. What we don't want now is Inter getting their act together and yeah, locking us out of this game, or even worse, going and scoring themselves. At least let's go into the break level. I think that's the least that we deserve. We've played well in this. Again, you've got to keep in mind the difference in quality between these two teams. I think we've competed really well, which is what we wanted to do. As for keeping it tight at the back, well, clearly that's not happened, but thankfully it hasn't for Inter either. Can we get on one more attack? No, ref's not going to let us, but 2-2 at the break. Decent game to watch, actually, but we need to be doing better. Defensively, for definite, we need to be doing better. And we go again now, but I can't complain, even though we do need to be better at the back. We've played pretty well in this game so far. To still be level with them half-time, I would have took that before the game. We'll see if we can build on it now, though, really. That's all that we can do. We've got to ride this wave of pressure that's probably going to come early on in this second half, and then if we can get past that, then who knows. Roughly 65 minutes into the game. It's somewhere around that mark, and it's time to start making some changes. Inter grabbing hold of the midfield. The game's starting to feel a little bit dead, but then again, I mentioned it earlier, we look at the bench and really where can we change to try and win this game. We're going to bring Perez central. Gilani's going to come on, he's always got a goal in him. We're going to bring Pellegrini on for Veretout, and that'll probably do it, to be honest. Again, so thin on the ground, it's hard to make changes without actually weakening the side at the moment, which for the manager has got to be really frustrating. He knows what our goal is, though. He knows what our mission is, and yeah, he's delivering at the moment. We can't say that he's not, so these are going to be the changes. Pellegrini's normally good for a goal or an assist. Gilani, despite his rating, gets more goals and assists than you would think, so maybe, just maybe, he can pull something off against what surely by now is a tiring Hakimi. And putting Perez in the centre, it'll just give us that little bit more quality. Not saying that Salvatore's had a bad game today, because he's actually done quite well. We just need that something extra, and for these changes to work, we need to make sure that Inter don't score now. And yeah, hopefully we can nick it one way or another. That's decent there from Spinazzola. Can he get it up the line? He has as well, you know. Pellegrini now down the line again. He's Pedro. Perez on the inside. Oh my god, what an inspired change this would be. And what an inspired change it is. Can you believe that? We've just this second pulled the man central. And he scores instantly. Absolutely instantly. The substitute, Pellegrini, played a part in that as well. It was great defending from Spinazzola. All of those changes that we have just made pretty much have made an instant impact. That is what we want to see from the gaffer. It's what we want to see from the lads as well. And there's not really that long left now, but the way that this game has gone, I would not yet like to say that we're anywhere near done here. Pellegrini now, go and get Rafa. He's got it into Rashika. I'm not too sure how you say that one. Fred's got it now again. If Fred wants to shoot from distance, then let him do it. I'm not too worried where that's concerned. Hakimi though has already shown that he's got the killer touch in front of goal, but we've done really well with Karsdorp there. Can Gilani just run this up the line now? Maybe, just maybe. No, Fred's caught him. Oh, we need to be holding the ball longer than that now. It's game management time, surely. Kristan can't quite get there before the ball gets moved on. That looked offside to me. That was a good line held there. It was indeed as well. Nainggolan just running a little bit too early. Defender didn't go back with him, and actually that's going to be his last action in this game. Sensi now comes on for him again. Just play it back. That's all we've got to do now. Just game management. Keep a hold of this ball, please. And let's get out of this beautiful, beautiful San Siro with the 3 points. Oh no, we've given it away again. Oh, that's nice from into there. Oh man, they're moving this so quickly at the moment. We can't get anywhere near them. I'll say that, but that's great. It's actually brilliant from Mancini there. Hopefully Perez can hold. Oh wow, what was that, Pedro? What was that, Pedro? Now we're putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure once again. Has Fred gone out to the right now of interchange shape here? It's gone all the way back anyway, the ball. Dejean plays it back into Sensi again, who just come on from Nainggolan. He's made a run, caused up there with a big interception. We needed that. Ah man, come on boys. Gilani gives it straight back to them again. We need full time right now. We desperately need full time. Karsdorp's got 2 to himself there, but again, he's done really well. He's played well today, and just as I say that, runs it out of play, and I just see a header, a bullet header here. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I am wrong. Come on, ref. It's surely over now. He's going to let them do this, isn't he? Oh, no. Get it away. Get it away. Oh, he's gone right round his man. Oh, that's brilliant from Kristan. He didn't give up. And that is it. We are indeed actually going to come away from the San Siro with 3 massive points this season, in what has been quite an unbelievable game actually. It was fun to watch that one back. I can only imagine what it was like to play it at the time. Jesus, but we have got the job done, guys. What an opening to the episode that is, by the way. If we can continue this momentum on, we could be in for a good one. Man of the match today would actually be Karsdorp, by the way, for anyone who's interested in that. And so it is now time to turn our attention to the Champions League quarterfinals, where we have, as you can see here, Bayern Munich. We've got the away leg first, so need to be going for goals today, guys. Is the other quarterfinals. We've got my team against Madrid. We've got ourselves against Bayern. We've got Liverpool v Barcelona and Spurs versus Juventus. Some big games there. Every one of them's massive, actually. Predictions, I would say probably Juve would beat Spurs. Probably Liverpool would beat Barcelona in FIFA terms. Much as I hate to say it, I think Atletico Madrid probably beat Man U as well. But yeah, we've got to decide here what we're going to do now with this tie. Because we've beat Inter, we've moved up to 58 points, which is not bad at all. We're in third now, but we're still not really away from trouble, away from dropping out of these European places. So against Bayern, what do we do? I think we're going to have to rotate, you know. The gap's just not big enough, and as much as I want to do well in the Champions League, I think we've overachieved in that already. And it is, I think I mentioned it earlier, if not I mentioned it in the last episode, when we played against City, actually, I believe it was. The league games at the moment are bigger than the Champions League games, because for the club to continue to thrive, we need to be competing in Europe season in, season out. I would love to lift the Champions League, but let's be real, guys. We ain't got a team here that can do that at the moment. But we do clearly have a team that can still compete for these European places. And with that being said, for me, that is where our priorities have to lie at the moment. If we can get through against Bayern using a rotated side, then great stuff, right? But yeah, we just have to make sure that we're getting into the European places again next season. And with that in mind, the calendar here shows that, yeah, I think we're going to have to rotate, guys. It's just a few days after the Inter game for one. We do have a nice break then before Fiorentina, but there's injury worries. The second leg is just before the game against Sassuolo, and yeah, I hate playing against Sassuolo, as we know, so definitely want the first team for that. And then, of course, we've got Juve, we've got a derby, and then we've got a game against Spezia to round off the month that we should be winning. But yeah, this is going to have to be a rotation. It just is. It's not like we've even got an easy run in, you know. Like I just said, Sassuolo are difficult to play against. Lazio's the derby. We've got Atalanta last but one game of the season, so our running is actually really, really tough. And with that being said, I don't care enough at this point in time about the Champions League as much as I do about qualifying for the Champions League again next season, or the Europa League. At the moment, we are in fight for the Champions League spots though, so yeah, that's where it is. That's what we're going to have to do. So from here, we'll take the press conference. We'll put out the best team that we can that's not going to affect us in the league. And we'll see how we get on across the two legs. And so into the press conference we go. What do they have for us today? Are our boys up to this test? To be fair, Bayern do hold all the aces is the honest answer there. They've got probably a lot more squad depth than we've got, and even in terms of 11v11, you've got to say they're probably ahead of us. So yeah, it's going to be tough. Is fatigue going to be an issue? That's what we're trying to solve at the moment, and that's why we're going to have to rotate. Just to make sure that for the league games, not the Champions League games, the Serie A games, that we're not going into those carrying any fatigue or risk of knocks or anything like that. And how can we find consistency? I think that's a little bit unfair at the moment. I think we're finding it. I think we're doing alright. They're probably on about the fact that City beat us in the last Champions League game, although that wasn't clearly enough to get them through. They did beat us 4-2, so maybe that's what they're on about. I don't really know, but I think it's time now to go to the lineups and see just what we can do here, see what we can put out. Can we promote anyone actually from the academy that could come in and play today? We've got the two Casades, I want to call them, but I don't think they're at a level yet where We can call them up for a game like this, especially Max, I believe it was. No, Max is the good one. The other one, we might end up letting him go, actually. So yeah, we can't call anyone up yet to play today. Lineups, you look at theirs: Lewandowski, Sane, Silva, Gnabry, Kimmich, Rodri, Alphonso Davies, Skriniar, Alderweireld. Tolisso at right back's a bit interesting. That's actually very interesting. And Neuer in goal. It is ridiculously strong. I have no doubt, as if he's anywhere near the level as he has been on the previous FIFA games, that Tolisso can probably do a pretty good job at right back. But that's definitely an area that we could potentially target. I wouldn't expect that Gnabry would be someone who would be breaking his neck to run back and help Tolisso. So yeah, that's an area that we could potentially get in there. For us, let's put our team together. Who are we gonna start? Would we start Perez? I mean, that's a risk in itself. But then again, we are really limited with options, so we'll go with him out on the left potentially. Pedro in the centre, possibly. Is Mancini really strong enough for this game? Can't remember fully what we went with there. We're going to play Pellegrini though, of course, as we do in the Champions League games. I'm going to actually bring D'Angelo in for this one. I don't really want to risk Verret out. So we'll play Cristante, of course. We don't really have another option there. Carbone is going to get himself a game today as well, by the looks of that. Or is he? As we've changed that back now. You can see we're really struggling to find a lineup here. In the end, I think we do go with pretty much the full rotation. Mancini, Milenkovic. I don't know if I want to rest Milenkovic or not. I think it'd be wise to, with the amount of injuries we've got. Guidi comes onto the bench. See, we've got Jesus down there. Maybe he could get a game today. We could put Barbieri in goal as well. We are going to go with Jesus, and we are going to rest Milenkovic. I think that's fine. We know that Karsdorp can't really play 2 games in a week, so Santon being in, I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with the squad there, guys. Actually, I'm only just tempted. Would we put Guidi in for Perez? I mean, I want someone on the pitch who can potentially win us the game today, just in case, you know, even if it's only for half the game. And putting Perez up against Tolisso, I think tactically is quite a good idea. I would fancy him in that battle. So yeah, I think this is what we're going to go with. And let's see how we get on. So the doors open to the stadium. First leg of the Champions League against Bayern Munich today. I can't remember, is it the semi-finals, I want to say? Not too sure on that one. Again, it's been a while. I'm sorry, guys. I do have news coming up in future episodes regarding that, though. It's the quarterfinals. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna either, if we were to get through Bayern, that is, gonna either end up with Atletico Madrid or United. But across 2 legs against a team with the strength of Bayern, I don't know if we can or we can't do it. There's not really pressure as such because we've well outperformed ourselves in Europe again this season. So yeah, it's more about really what we about re-achieving being able to play either this or Europa League again next season now for us. So in that sense, we can just go out and enjoy it, but not if we get smashed. No one enjoys that, right? So I would like us to be at least competitive. And now Brida, oh, he's just stepped through like the defense is nothing there. And this is what we're up against, you know. Gnabry, Rodri, Lewandowski, if he's playing. They've got Sane as well. So many others. They are a really, really strong outfit. So again, we're definitely up against it today. And we will be when we play them at our place as well. We have got to try and get at least one away goal if we can today. I see that being crucial as always in these ties, so we'll just see how we get on. That was almost a very, very good ball to Sane then, but thankfully it ended up out of play. And we need to try and control the ball today. It's probably our best chance, to be honest. He's Cristante into Jesus, and at the moment we're just trying to feel ourselves into this game, which we have done successfully. But I've got to say, guys, it's not been the greatest of games at all. Bayern have offered hardly anything actually, which has really surprised me, especially with them being at home as well. We've controlled the ball for the most part. We've controlled territory as well, which again has been quite surprising. When they have had the ball like this, we've for the most part managed to frustrate them, not let them in. They can't get round the sides of us, they can't get in behind us. It's been really solid from us. That was a very dangerous ball in there though. So if we can go in at half time 0-0, all in all, it's not been a bad half for us, but we've still got work to do here. Another corner going to come in. Yeah, but Bayern, this is about as much as they've done really. The game's been really dull, really drab, which is why we've cut so far into it. And that is indeed half time, and at the moment it's 0-0, and the way that the game's going, I probably would not be surprised if it ended this way as well. So yeah, hoping for a better second half here. It's 0-0 in the Madrid United game as well, and let's see what we can get done now in the second half then. And sadly guys, it's been more of the same. This looks quite dangerous here now though with Gnabry, but again Bayern really, I think we've had a missed opportunity here almost. They've not really offered anything in this game at all, but we just don't seem to have the strength to hurt them, which has been kind of where we've been all season long really, League and Europe. If we had a bit more teeth up front ourselves, I honestly think that we might have even been able to put this tie away today, but we've just not been able to hurt them. We've contained really well. Ball in this half has been more in the middle third than anything, but oh, well played there from Jesus, important block. This again has been as good as Bayern have been in this half. As Sane comes off, we're going to have to be careful with Lamar now, I think that was. It is indeed. Let's get this away, boys. Yeah, I'd take a 0-0 probably at this point now, to be fair, back to our place, but it'd be really disappointing. The fact that Bayern have been nowhere near their best and we haven't been able to punish them at all with an away goal, which would have been absolutely mega for us. But all in all, I suppose if they took this result at the beginning, we might get something a little bit better here with Perez, but no, that's probably as close as we've come as well. I'm not saying we've been brilliant. I think we've done enough to earn the draw today. I don't think either side has put enough in to win the game, and it looks, for all the money, it is indeed going to be a 0-0 draw in the first leg, in what can only really be described as a really lacklustre performance from both teams. It weren't a great spectacle, it weren't a great game, it was really tight, really tactical, not many chances, but yeah, 0-0 against Bayern, like I said, with a rotated side. Definitely I would have took that, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm disappointed with it, and we'll see what we can do in the second leg, I suppose. Before we get to the second leg though, we have got an important game coming up here against Fiorentina, a side that normally don't give us too much trouble in terms of worrying if they're going to beat us, but they do tend to be quite difficult to play against, so we'll see what we can manage today. It looks like we've decided for this one that we're going to be rolling with a 4-2-3-1, so we'll see how that goes. In terms of selection, we shouldn't have too many issues really. We've rested most if not all of the first team players, so we're not going to have that as a reason or an excuse why we don't get the job done today. Of course, Diawara is still out injured, but with Veritout available now, do we go with Kristant? Do we put Veritout in at cam? We got Pellegrini as well, who's just played. Maybe Villar. I don't know. Veritout and Villar might be a good shout. It gives us work rate, it gives us passing. Villar obviously gives us goals. Veritout's got that special goal in his boot. We've seen a couple of times already as well, so that could be quite potent for us. Perez, Pedro and Pellegrini behind Salvatore. Not a bad shout either. I do think that that's probably what we are going to go with. We will stick with Morelli in goal as well. Yeah, I think we're good with that, to be honest. The roles, we are going to make Veritout back the captain, of course. But I think other than that, I think we are good to go. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that, guys. I think there's enough there to get the job done. I'm hoping there's enough there to get the job done. With the doors opening once again to the Stadio della Roma, we're about to find out now whether this selection can get the job done. Nice early goal would be useful for us today, just to break the game open a bit, because we do really struggle for some reason to find goals against Fiorentina. It's just, this game gives me that feeling. I don't know why. I might be wrong about that, but it just feels like we don't score that many against these. You guys will no doubt correct me if I'm wrong with that, but this is a good start. And Salvatore's put it in as well. I just mentioned an early goal. I was not expecting one pretty much from the kickoff. Salvatore though has indeed broke this game open now, exactly like I was just saying. And hopefully that means we can go on and control this game. It's a nice little ball poked through from, I believe that's Pellegrini. And I would say Salvatore can't miss from there or won't miss from there, but we have seen it, so I am more than happy to see that one hit the back of the net, and the gaffer is too. So yeah, great start, absolutely great start. Really happy with that. That's his 11th of the season, by the way. He's having a good season for a breakthrough season. He's Salvatore, but going forward, we'll talk about it at another time. Is 11 really enough goals for a season for a team that wants to be competing for at least the top 6 in the league? I'm not too sure, but again, that's for another time. We just need to make sure we build on this lead now and don't let Fiorentina back in, especially straight away. It's good work from Pedro there. They do have the throw now though. We couldn't quite get that interception. That looked a bit offside to me, but apparently it's not, but it doesn't matter anyway, because the ball is now in the hands of Morelli. And with that, we cut right to the hour mark now, where it looks like we're about to go 2-0 up, but no, it comes off the post. That could have been the game there and then, wrapped up, done, but no. So unlucky. We cut through them. We just cut to pieces there. Fiorentina, and no, please no. This happens so often in this game. If you get a chance and you don't take it, it happens to me. Like, again, leave it in the comments if it happens to you guys, but normally it means that the opponents will just go straight down the pitch and score and kind of punish you for not doing the same. And I'm getting that horrible feeling here as we can't get anywhere near the ball. No, well done, Spinazzola. Let's get that away now. And we do, kind of. Oh, that's gone out as well. The passing's going off as well. Not getting the greatest feeling here, I'm not gonna lie. 20 minutes to go in this one. We've held this lead from like the first 5 minutes of the game. We totally controlled the rest of the first half, but this half has been an absolute, it's a real struggle. It's like we're playing a completely different side, and you can just see we can't get nowhere near the ball at the moment. Oh, that's chipped to the back post, but again, Spinazzola's there, but again, it's recycled. And wait, what's going on here? Okay. What on earth? That's never happened before. I apologise about that, guys. I mean, at least, yeah, we got chance to see the goal, but that's really bizarre what's just happened there. And why am we paused now as well? We're making change then. Guidi's going to come on. Perez is coming off. How on earth? That was not a cut of mine. Okay, we'll just go from here. So we're 2-0 up with 10 minutes left. Since something very weird just happened and we've lost part of the second half somehow, we'll just leave it running till the end of this game now. Just 10 minutes to go. There shouldn't be a problem now. We should have the points wrapped up. I just don't want to mess with the footage in case we lose it altogether, like after what you've just seen happen. So yeah, we're going to let this one just run out. Spinazzola being given the run around here by Oliveira or somebody that was there. Oh, that's a nice touch from Gilani there. We could give it him back as well. We do give it him back indeed, and we're in here. Maybe I was expecting a little ball roll or something there to get on the right foot, but no. Suppose it makes sense to just keep control of the ball, try and get the third goal if we can, but we don't really need it now, so just protect what we have maybe. He's Karsdorp into Guidi. Oh, Guidi's going to shoot. Good save from the keeper. It was a good shot there actually. Again, cutting them open there. There's some venom behind that shot, but unfortunately from that angle it is actually straight at the keeper. It looked a better shot from the in-game footage. Here we go. Short one now to D'Angelo. Just 2 minutes to go. Back out to Veritout. It's into Mancini. Drops it off to Spinazzola. Bit too much weight on that pass really for Guidi, who's going to lose it. And Fiorentina can try and get themselves what will now surely only be a consolation, if they can even get that. We've marshalled them really well there to stop the momentum of that counter. And that is that, guys. We get the win. Not sure what happened with the footage there. Again, I'm sorry about that. That's never happened before, but 3 more important points. A man of the match performance from Salvatore once again. Yeah, just in general, very happy with that. We were never really in any danger from the very beginning, so it was nice to be in that situation. And we roll on in the league. But next, to end the episode, we're going to have the second leg against Bayern Munich. And so for that said Bayern game, this is how we are going to roll and approach this one once again today. We're going to go obviously with Salvatore up front. Actually, why don't we switch to the 4-3-3? Maybe put Pedro up front, Perez out on the left. Are Bayern going to go with Tolisso at right back? Again, it looks like they are. So we'll stick with that. Hopefully we get some payoff from it this time. We'll put Gilani, I think, out on the right. He's normally good for a Champions League goal. We'll put Cristante where Pellegrini is, and I think we will go with Villar today. Veritout can probably keep the armband, or do we go actually with Pellegrini in the Champions League? Santon's going to come back in for definite. I think we will stick with Spinazzola, stick with Jesus instead of Mancini, and we'll give him a rest. Put Milenkovic back in there. Yeah, I think that's how we go. Is that enough to get the job done? I'd like to think so. We've got the experience there of Pedro, that little bit of quality as well, over Salvatore. Just because why not, really? Again, if we need to bring Perez off at half time or the hour mark, we can do that, but I think this is probably the best way. They've got Lewandowski playing today. I believe that's Bernardo Silva just behind him. Lamar and Gnabry, so it doesn't look like we're going to see Sane start in this one. This is only a probable lineup though, remember. Kimmich and Rodri. That's an insane pair, just sitting and shielding that defence there. They got Alphonso Davies playing again, Skriniar's in again. They got Alderweireld. It's really intriguing that they've got Tolisso at right back, but it didn't do them any harm in the first leg. So going into this one, how do you approach it really? Because I fancy that Bayern probably are going to score. So I think from the get-go we should be looking to get goals, but maybe not in a reckless way. Like, we could go for one late, or that away goal thing just makes it really intriguing, because if we were to try and leave it late and obviously they do score, then we're in big trouble. So maybe we just attack from the beginning today and just see if we can get an early goal, see where that takes us, and just risk, because I do feel at some point that they are definitely going to score in this game. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Just try and get ourselves an early goal and control things from there. Of course, we're going to give Villa the armband. Just thought about that. And I think we're ready to go. So again, for the last time in this episode, the doors to the Stadio della Roma are open. It's a night game. It's a Champions League game. It is a big game in its own right. For me, again, it doesn't take no precedence over Serie A. Them are the bigger games for me personally, as running this club at the moment and wanting and needing that financial clout that you get from being in Europe every season, and the exposure it gives the club as well to be playing in such big games. Definitely it is something that the club needs at the moment. Again, now we just tried straight away, can we get in behind Tolisso? If there is a weakness, I believe it will be between Tolisso not really knowing the right back role and getting in behind Alderweireld as well. But yeah, they've got plenty of strengths, and Lewandowski, we just saw there, is definitely one of those. Pellegrini now, here we go. Can Perez run Tolisso? He's holding him off at the moment. This is really good. This is really good. We've got a man in the centre and he scores, and it is Pedro in the right place at the right time, using that experience I was on about as we was putting the team together. Talking about being aggressive, going for the goal early, we've done that as well. It was really positive from Perez. Once he got in behind Tolisso, he couldn't catch him. We were looking for that the whole of the first leg. It didn't really happen. It's happened straight away in the second one. Once he beat Tolisso, Alderweireld had to go to him, leaving Pedro the room. And Pedro made no mistake with the finish. And we are 1-0 up against Bayern already. And that is actually huge. Really, really big, that. Well guys, I'm happy to report that at the moment the game has gone very much in the same vein as it did in the first leg. Bayern just don't seem to be themselves at the moment, and we're really exposing them down this side with Perez. He's absolutely done Alderweireld again, and he's Pedro again, but it's a big block there for Bayern. That could have actually been the tie if that goes in. If we get a 2-goal lead the way that Bayern are playing right now, I just don't see a way back for them. So we just got to keep on pressing. We've been trying to do it, trying to find this second goal for the entire of the first half, but there hasn't been many chances, and that's what I was saying. The game has kind of mirrored the first leg, which is fine by me. Now we've got our goal, it's up to them to come and get theirs, and the longer it goes on, the more they're going to have to throw men forward, and hopefully we can hit them on a counter. We're not really known for it, but that's how we can approach the game now. And into the second leg we go. For some reason there was no kick-off footage for the second leg, for the second half, sorry. I don't know what's going on at the moment. You saw what happened in the Fiorentina game. I can only apologise. There was no issues as I was actually recording it, so it's very bizarre, but it is what it is at the moment. We need to get our minds back into this game. Try and keep it solid for the first, probably to the hour mark or so, then they're going to have to really throw men forward. They're moving the ball a bit quicker though at the beginning of this half already. That's good play from Jesus, but Silva still has the ball somehow, and Lewandowski doing Lewandowski things. That was some finish. That really was some finish. I don't even know if I can be mad at that. Like, that's the first time they've moved the ball with any real purpose in the two legs, really. But just look at that. I mean, what? We've got a man tight to him. He tries to win the ball. Keeper's rooted. The accuracy and the power in that shot is... That's what world-class players give you, I suppose. Yeah, so on about keeping it tight, and well, that's really obviously not happened, and the complexion of this tie now has completely and utterly changed, because if it stays 1-1 now, of course with the away goals it is Bayern that are in the box seat, so that's changed everything. We now have to win on the night basically if we want to go through. And of course we do want to. Oh no. Oh, great block from Jesus. What a game he's had, by the way. Definitely man of the match type of performance from him. At the moment, we were really unlucky not to get Villar in there. He's Tolisso now to Gnabry. Back to Tolisso, back to Gnabry, and Bayern are a completely different prospect to what they were for the entirety of this tie, really. It's like they've shown up for the last quarter, and our passing is gone as well. This is bad at the moment. We are really on the ropes. We're just going to let it run. Tolisso back in, but it's to Silva this time, not to Gnabry. Milenkovic does well this time. It's a good little pass out as well, that. Pellegrini with a one round the corner. Villar making a move. We got guys running on the left, guys running on the right. Can we get this out to the right and get Gilani in here? Cuts inside. He's got to be shooting there. Soon as he gets inside there, he's got to be firing that off. He doesn't, and it comes to nothing. But I just have the feeling that that could have been a big chance to go through in this tie. Unfortunately, not taken though. Bayern making a change there. We've made a couple ourselves. You see Guidi was on the ball there. Perez has moved central. He's Villar now. One more on the outside. Why did we not use that? Villar's going to press Neuer though. Oh, he's done ever so well. Surely Perez. Come on, come on, come on. No. Oh, we so deserve to be in front right now. We've really got Bayern on the rack since we've made the changes, to the point at the moment where I've even forgotten what we've done. But Pellegrini into Spinazzola. He's Jesus. Oh my God, Jesus. I mentioned earlier it might be a man of the match performance. It definitely is now. Is that gonna be the goal that sends us into the semi-finals of the Champions League? When I saw his name pop up at the bottom, I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna end well. But I tell you what, steps across it, and that he's caught that really well into the side netting first as well. Neuer absolutely just puffs out the cheeks there. He can't believe it. I can't quite believe it myself. We have, like I said, since making the changes, we've really put Bayern under the pump a little bit, but there's still work to do here, because should they score again, of course away goals means that they will go through, so we need to keep it tight now. We fully after today's performance deserve to be in front, but this is sport, it's football. There's moments, we saw the moment of brilliance earlier from the man on the ball now, and that's all it will take to knock us out at this point. You can see we're trying to just stay in our shape at the moment. We're not coming out. We're going to make them have to do something to get through us right now. And when we get the ball, we should just be going corner flag now, really. Not doing what we're doing there. Pellegrini, here is Guidi now. He's going to go into the box, but let's think better of it or not. We didn't really need to shoot there. Thankfully, we've recycled the ball though. Pellegrini looking really tired. He's Villar now. He's Guidi. Can he wrap it up this time? No. And Neuer holds on to it, but that's it. that is it. We are going through to the semi-finals of the Champions League by knocking out Bayern Munich. Oh my God, Jesus, the most unlikely of heroes today, just shooting us through into the next round. I'm actually elated, but in shock as well. The fans going crazy, as they should be. There is the result for you, and I can't think of a better way to end this episode. So that is going to do it, guys, for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked the end of that game. Subscribe if you like what you're seeing, because there will be plenty more of it. But until the next one, guys, have yourselves a great day. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.